Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Spitz Talk with the Beller. I'm Greg Stooley, and of course, this is the Beller. Look at that good-looking dude, man.
Oh, I love those old pictures, man. Young, somewhat in shape, trim, not as much highlights.
Oh, there you go.
A lot of fellas wouldn't.
It's all working
a lot
for
of,
you.
A lot of fellas wouldn't go get the gray and white highlights, but I thought being a tough guy, yeah. What the heck?
But anyways, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Johnny Shots. We got a $25 gift card to give away at the end of the day. So you have all day to watch this show, all night to watch this show. In the morning, we're gonna pick a winner. $25 gift card to go down to Shots, buy yourself and your loved one or your buddies, and use it for beer. Use it for chicken and ribs right now. They got a great deal on chicken and ribs. If you go there tonight, talk to Rosalie, tell her you watch the show, and say, hey, we're ordering the chicken and ribs. I'm telling you, it's dynamite. As for the sauce is incredible.
I'm pretty much. You know me and the sauce. For the ribs.
Yes.
Okay. But actually, since I'm a big spender, I'm taking Ratchet. My love. I'm taking the lovely Nurse Ratchet over to Shots.
The lovely
tomorrow night.
Oh, that's good.
Friday. Hey, Spitfires in action. We get a rare Thursday night off. Friday night, we were back here Saturday night. Last night on the road. So, hey, I know how to treat my lady. Take her to Johnny's Shots and get her some sauce.
All right, as you can see here, we're starting the day off with a new beer from Frank's. And we were talking about this earlier. It's pumpkin ale. That's why I got my orange shirt on, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not quite sure about this one.
I got the orange Gitch on.
Little bit of explosion. It does smell like a pumpkin. It's got that little bit of spice to it.
Pleasantly
Really?
surprised. Yes,
Steve, the connoisseur Beller. So there's a guy down there at Frank's, and he's the
master brewer.
Yeah, his name's Brad. A great guy. He watches the
since
show.
they
He's a
fired
good
my
guy.
ass from the radio station a while back, if I'm looking for more part-time work, and I always am, the one thing I'm pretty good when it comes to beer and brewing, stuff like that.
It's pretty smooth.
Like I said, I was not prepared to like it.
I'm telling you right now, we were talking about it earlier. We're going, oh man, I don't know how this is gonna go, man. It's like, it's not bad.
As you can see, the way she's going down.
It's not bad, honestly.
Oh, I'm going better than not bad, and I know you're being a tough guy. You're a whiskey man.
Yes, I am.
But I'll tell you, I'm not a big pumpkin man. A lot of people back in the day said my mom made the best pumpkin pie come Thanksgiving, Christmas, holidays. But I don't know. I prefer, like, say, apple pie than pumpkin or cherry or something different. But my mom made a mean apple or a pumpkin pie. And so I was not a huge fan of pumpkin or pumpkin spice, or a lot of the coffee shops.
When you start changing everything.
Yeah, and a lot of coffee shops in the fall, and it's harvest time and Thanksgiving. They have the pumpkin. But this is pretty good stuff. And not that you know me, not that I'm just about the booze and the alcohol and all that nonsense, but it's 5.2%, so it's big boy beer. It's not like
it actually
little wussy man beer. No, this is big boy beer.
And you know what? I was talking to Brad, the brewer, and he said they actually have they only have a couple of cases left. It went pretty
if you
good.
want, you know what it says right on the can, and you can't lie when you put stuff on the can, man. You can't lie about it. It says, like, the perfect fall sweater, or like my pal Cake his hoodie, like a nice hoodie. It says right on the can. It says here, where's it? Better than Grandma's pumpkin pie. They can't make that up. You have to say it. If you say it on the can, it's better than Grandma's pumpkin.
That's still pretty good. It's beer.
I mean, you can't lie. You can't be like a star quarterback in the NFL and say that you're vaccinated, and then find out you got COVID. Or you can't lie about stuff in life.
I'll say hi to a few people. Glenn Gervais is on board. All right. There's a guy that's been with the Tecumseh Shoreline.
Long time.
Yeah, he's been there with that group forever. Yeah, we got Mike Cosgrove, Mindy Horwood, TJ Josefsky, and yeah, we got Richard St. Dennis, James Schmidt. So welcome aboard, guys. Hope you guys can win that $25 gift certificate.
See me there with the lovely tomorrow night.
All right. So, anyways, on Monday we had Bowler over, and let me tell you guys, it was pretty interesting. We had to talk after a few.
That was even more interesting.
a few more pops. And
Billy's a beauty. And I'll tell
interesting
you
dude.
You know, a lot. You know, I always talk about tough guys in that to play, especially when Bill played at 5'9", and at the time, what did he say? He was like 145 pounds when he first got here.
139.
139 pounds. You need some pretty good sized kahunas to step on the ice, and there's guys like in Detroit with the Junior Red Wings back then. Eric Cairns, 6'6", 230, and one nasty SOB. Like and he didn't care if it was Billy in front of the net. He cross-checked in the face just for fun.
And Billy said, like, every arena he went to,
they were going to
knock him down.
Yeah, this Bowler guy, he's going to get his points. He's going to get points. We're going to shut him down. And to put up the points that Billy did back in the day, what a playmaker. You're on his wing, Dave Roach, Tim Finley, whoever. Keep your stick in the ice. Be ready, because I'll find you.
Oh, yeah.
And a 6 out of mitts, and I know he could score too, but very generous with the puck. But a great guy, and a Toronto
I'm telling
guy.
you, he had some great stories in here, and you know what? It was pretty cool. And he talked about his father. His father was a scout for the Spitfires.
For a long time, John Bowler.
And he said his dad scouted 2 guys, and he had them drafted, and both of them had over 1,000 games. I can't remember. Who
I believe it was Steve Ott and Tim Gleason.
Oh,
Steve
1,000 games each
in the NHL,
and
so
it's unheard of.
Yeah,
that you can scout 2 players and they do that well.
And his dad drafted a lot of tough guys too. Back in the day, but the game has changed so much now. It's a different game. But no, I think the world of Bill, and I think he's going to end up doing a real nice job. I mean, talk about big shoes to fill. You come in here as a general manager after club's won 3 Memorial Cups in 9 years.
Yeah.
But and I don't think they look to necessarily, from what I understand, even from the ownership, they want to be good all the time. Peterborough Petes are an example of that. I don't think they want to go through the peaks. If you have a shot to win, and I understand and I agree 100% with Warren Reichel here 4.5 years ago in 2017. You're hosting. They tried to get it before and they were turned down. They won a Memorial Cup in Rimouski, Quebec. The following year, the Spitfires won the Memorial Cup in Brandon, Manitoba. They're finally going to have one in your own building. And that was a good Spitfire team. But what Warren and the rest of the ownership group and the coaching staff, Rocky Thompson, everybody, if you're hosting, we're not in it just to be in it. We're already in it. We're the host team. We're going to be in the Memorial Cup. Yeah, we know that. Doesn't matter. If we're hosting it, damn it, man, we're going to win it. So if we empty the cupboards and Reichel and the guys did somewhat and make trades and bring in a Jeremy Bracco and all the little pieces of the puzzle that were necessary, I mean, man, it makes sense. We're going to do it. And everybody says how the Spits backed in. We get knocked out by London in 7 games, real good series, and sit around for 5 or 6 weeks waiting. That's not our fault.
Yeah.
And the Spits won the cup at home. It was in our building, sorry.
Hey.
A lot of clubs win it.
A lot of fan support.
And the last time I checked, in the 2017 Memorial Cup, there were 4 games the Spits played. And they won them all, and they beat Erie. A lot of people said Erie's the best team in Canada. Well, they beat them twice. What do you want to beat them? 7, 8, 10? What the hell? You want to keep... Come on, stop. You beat everybody. It's in your own building. I don't care what the rules were. You backed in. Stop it. Stop it. So, I mean, but I think now the Spits, among other things, they want to be a good team all the time and not go through some of the dark. And it's easier said than done. As Bill had even mentioned the other night, dealing with, say, the London Knights. Oh, by the way, London hasn't lost. Not this year. And there's supposed to be a rebuilding year in London, a retooling year.
They just had them guys.
And here they are ranked second in the country, number 1 in the OHL, undefeated. But you're dealing with, among others, the Hunters. Dale Hunter. I mean, they've been at it for years, and it's not, and as Bill was talking about too, we're getting our feet wet here. We're growing, and the Spits are one of the.
And he did say, he says he has a good team this year. So.
Oh, I think so. I don't think I think a couple of times we'll get to it. Last night in Flint, I still think the best they played so far this year.
All right, let's talk about
in
Flint.
Kitchener.
Since
Yeah,
you
we
mentioned
won in Flint.
Hey, we'll say hello to Tim Gerald. He's taking a few pictures of the Spits all the time, and he posts them on our
great photographer.
He posts them on our show, and I could thank you a lot, Tim Gerald, for doing that. That's awesome.
Really good shots.
Anyways, so let's talk about that game last night. We got a 6-2 win, huge win.
And everything just kind of fell into place. The only negative thing I can think of out of the game is Pasquale Zito was injured. I didn't get a real good look at the hit. There was no penalty in the play, so I can't really question it. I think he just hit the glass boards, the stanchions that go up between, like the old turnbuckle, in an awkward way. He was on the ice for a while. I talked to him after the game. He felt a lot better after, but it's a concussion.
Great.
And nowadays with concussion...
What's the protocol for that then?
Well, they've got to go through a number of stages. So I think... I talked to him after... If he could play tomorrow night...
He'd play.
What was it? What is it? Thursday? Friday? Saturday night.
Saturday
night.
At home.
At home. Put her here. Go get your tickets down at the old War Memorial. No, I mean at the WFCU.
I want to talk about that for a sec. No, the old barn.
Yes.
Compared to where it's at now. And nothing against the ownership.
Totally different.
But do you wish it was downtown still?
No, I live here in Tecumseh, so I mean,
it's 5 minutes away.
From a selfish standpoint, and you see the price of gas nowadays, man, and I'm unemployed and all that kind of stuff.
You mean you don't walk there?
I should. I just came from my cardiologist this afternoon. He said, "Keep on walking, man."
Oh, he said, "Keep on drinking." Too.
Ratchet ass all the time. What does Doc say? Doc, it is Sheldon Lewis. He's a great guy, the cardiologist of the Stars, and me. My cardiologist, and every time Lori says, "What did he say about the What did he say about the drinking? What did he say about alcohol?" He didn't say anything, man. We talked about the Spits. We talked about his son, and we talked about me walking.
I just want you to know, Ratchet does not sound like that.
She sounds exactly.
He's got a wonderful voice, man.
And another thing about the alcohol, she said. You know what he told me? He said, "If you ever have a chance, I swear to God, I don't make this stuff up." Got my fingers crossed. You should have more pumpkin ale. That's what the doc said for your heart.
You.
For your heart.
It changed my attitude. I thought, oh boy, this is gonna be a tough one, and it's not that.
I really like it. I really do.
Oh, we got Johnny Solaris. You mentioned London. Of course, he's got to say good old Petrolia boys run that show there.
Well, yeah, they are, and I'll tell you what, kudos to them. They've done a marvelous job, and they are again.
Yeah.
So far this year, undefeated. But no, the game last night, other than the injury, and if you went and asked Pasquale as a kid, he's a Red Wing draft choice, and if you went and asked Pasquale Zito today, hey, do you want to play? Yeah, I want to play Saturday. No, because in the old days it would be what? Shake the cobwebs out. You're okay, man. Wow, man, a little bit dizzy today. No. So there's a protocol. My guess is at least a week before he's eligible. It's not like, well, my knee's sore, my ankle's sore. It's your brain.
Noggin.
It's your brain. And it's a serious situation. So they miss him. I mean, he's a kid that's got an edge to him. He doesn't go looking for it. He's not the biggest kid, but I'll tell you what.
How about this guy?
Matthew Hattie. We talked about
Matty with the Hattie.
He's a beautiful skater, and sometimes I question his finish. Can he score? Last night, and I hope we see this a lot more, and he's got his confidence. Yeah, his third goal to make the hat trick.
Oh, the wheels were just going.
He went all the way through the entire Flint team, and they took a while. The goal judge, I don't know, he might have been into a few pumpkin ales or something, man. It took forever to turn the lights on, so I'm waiting. I'm at the far blue line trying to call the game, and when he did score, that completed the hat trick. A beautiful goal.
Oh, absolutely.
And he had another one with a great wrist shot. I like him in the middle more. He can play the wing. But I think he looks more comfortable at center. At center in the middle. They've got a lot of guys up front, the Spits do, that can play either wing, left-hand shots that can play the right wing. A guy like a Pasquale Zito, Ethan Miedema, a number one draft choice, is a big kid, 6'4", with some slick hands and moves. He can play. So a lot of guys can play either wing or center, and they're just right now, not 10 games in, trying to find that chemistry of These
Who's
two
going
guys,
with who?
and Coach Savard's mentioned not necessarily even three a line. Let's get two guys. These two guys really work well together. We'll find him another winger. These two guys seem to have some chemistry. Guys like Daniel D'Amico, that I think once they start to find it, they're going to score. I mean, so last night they win 6-2.
It's huge.
And-
And who was in that?
Medina played
Medina
goal,
played
and,
goal.
and my stars, I had obviously with the hat trick, Matthew Maggio, the number one
Matty
star.
with a hattie.
Matty
Hey,
with
that
the
boy's
hattie.
been here, had a few pops here. Well, he was 19 at the time, but he had a few pops here with my boy.
Oh yeah,
And then I came home and he
Great.
was
Well,
sitting there
another
having a
Tecumseh
beer.
guy
And I go,
and
that's fantastic.
Um,
He's a good kid.
Absolutely. And the second star last night was Kyle McDonald, the big winger. Not the smoothest skater. He's 6'5", 6'6". So he's a guy like Matthew Maggio who's slim and is a prettier skater. But I'll tell you what, last night Kyle McDonald had 2 goals and looked really good off the right wing.
Wow.
He's playing much better lately. He had a couple of goals. So I had Matthew Maggio, my game's number 1 star, with a hat trick, with a couple of goals last night. I had Kyle McDonald, the second star. And in goal, I had Xavier Medina. I think he had 32, 33 saves as the third star, and a nice confidence booster.
He needed the confidence to get his game going.
So we'll
right?
wait and see. Do they come back with Xavier Medina? I think they may on Saturday night against
Who they
Erie.
on Saturday?
We got the stinking Erie Otters in here.
Stinking Harry. That's beautiful.
Yeah, we got the Otters in here on Saturday night. Get your tickets. Hopefully the Spitfires can build on this.
Hey, I just want to hit on Johnny Shots. Make sure you go down to Johnny Shots. Make sure you like and comment, and you're going to be entered in to win a $25 gift card to Johnny Shots. Even if you don't win, go on down to Johnny Shots. Hey, if you're hungry right now, go on down there. The ribs, chicken, excellent with the sauce.
With the sauce.
Oh, shit. I mean, drop my beer.
Don't worry.
On the phone.
On the
computer.
On the computer. I swear, I don't know. It says 5.2. I may have misread it. Maybe 50 alcohol. Schoolie's had and he's gone.
Well, most people know me. It's going to take more than 3 sips.
Okay. No, so
But it is
Really
good. It is. Anyways, so
any questions? Nobody wants any.
they actually.
What are they saying,
you say
Beller?
that.
But you don't read the Beller. You suck. Don't
No,
say it.
no,
Come
that's
on. Stop.
No, they got a lot of well done, Maddie. What's this one?
What do you mean? What's that one?
this?
Hang on.
Cal is doing the Phil Esposito.
What's that?
thing. I'm seeing him in tight often. Kyle? He's doing the Phil Esposito. Oh, he's in tight Friday night.
Yeah, and he's a big guy. He's a big body. He's hard to move, and he's got a nice set of mitts on him. He can finish.
Oh,
He
yeah.
can score.
He doesn't get pushed around. How big is he?
6'5", 220. Not a bad size kid. 6'5", 220. You go push him around. But no, I look, and I think now, we talked about it before. It was unfortunately, I had the recent loss at home, but I think you get a win here against Erie. Next Friday night, the Spits are on the road in Sarnia. Come back here, and we've got the first place Sioux Greyhounds in town next week from Saturday.
Yeah, that can be a
Yeah.
good one. So here's Greg Allen Beller. Who is the best OHLer you've ever watched play?
I never
From Greg
really.
Allen.
Oh, jeez. Well, the first game I never picked that I ever went to, and I always tell the story. The very first junior game I ever saw was in London, and it was the Knights against the Peterborough Petes 1,000 years ago. And London had a real good cat, and it was Daryl Sittler.
Really?
Yeah, and that was in junior. So I'm 100 years old, man. So, but no, Dale McCourt was a wonderful player, a wonderful junior that dominated. Brian Berard from the Detroit Junior Red Wings. What a smooth skating defenseman that could just totally change the flow of a game. And we've had some real good ones here. And a kid that I that would really be worth the price of admission here, and we had a lot of them when I think about. But I'll tell you what, Taylor, and I know you're not a huge fan.
Yeah.
Taylor.
Sorry, Ryan Hughes.
Taylor Hall had great speed, a little bit of that awkward stride to him somewhere along the line, but he had real good speed, and I think competed a lot more than people thought. So many people think, oh, if you're not dropping the mitts and you're not getting in a fist fight, you're not tough. But when it was on the line, Taylor Hall would go get you that goal.
So he was another
fun to watch.
Another one. Pat Peake, my first year that I did actually the play-by-play for both the Detroit Ambassadors and the Spits back in the day when they came in. I think it was 1990-91 into the league, the Detroit Ambassadors. And as a junior, Pat Peake was a real nice player as well. There's so many over the years, and we've been blessed to have a lot of them.
Did you ever have a chance to watch Gretz or no?
No, I mean, he had played with the Greyhounds. I was in college at the time, and he only played the 1 year.
Yeah.
As a 16-year-old, because at 17 he went to Indianapolis and played in the WHA.
Yeah,
and played. That was pro hockey. Was a WHA at 17 years old, and 165 pounds.
Yeah,
if that. And I still remember asking his dad, Walter, were you ever, afraid that Wayne was going to get hurt? And Walter said,
"Holy man,
always, always. I was always afraid that he was really going to get hurt because he was slight, slim, and playing against grown men that wanted to kill, but they couldn't find him. He was here, then he was there, and then he was here, and then it was over there, and somebody else had put 2 in the net, and he had 3."
We got Johnny Solares here. He's just asking him, what can the Spits do much better, more consistently and effectively to actually start capturing more wins and so on?
Well, a couple
or is it
things.
just too?
No, I think a couple things. The power play, obviously, and it's kind of funny that the power play struggled because Coach Savard he was a skilled, highly skilled player, won the OHL scoring title twice, great points, NHL as well, ran the power play in St. Louis, and they were really successful with the Blues a couple of years back. It's just a matter of, I guess, the systems maybe, and when I ask questions like that sometimes I say, Beller, you have to remember, these kids didn't play hockey for like a year and a half. And some kids have caught up and others haven't. I talked to one of the scouts last night, Steve Smith, a former Spitfire coach as well at the game in Flint, and he had said the same thing too, that sometimes we're thinking, well, the play's kind of scrambly. It's not as smooth as it should. These kids, most of them, some of them, handful maybe played in Europe, a handful played in the AHL, but for the most part, a couple of pickup games, but it's not the same. So what can they do to improve? Maybe the power play a little bit more, maybe be, I think at times, a little bit tougher in their own end, but it's a fine line. The guy in front of the net, you want to clear him, you clear him, and that you got 2 for cross-checking. They score in the puck.
Hey, are they calling the cross-checking very much or no?
Not. A lot of stick infractions. I mean, in the old days, you could whack or even whack the guy's stick. Well, I didn't slash him. I whacked his stick, and if there's a sound or if the guy's stick breaks, it's going to be a penalty. It comes down. Not that I'm just a guy they let in and fortunate enough to have a headset and call the game. But I think nowadays guys that a coach have to say better boots. DJ Smith would say better. You're skating. Like to get in position, you just can't go and be a big guy to come over. I'll take care of that guy in front of the net.
Yeah.
You're going to be in the box and they're going to score. Yeah. So what did that solve? So in terms of skating, not letting the guy by you, positioning, a good stick
and power play is huge now.
Yeah,
huge.
And they talk too about a good stick. Well, tie up a stick without getting a penalty, and it is that fine line between
there you go
playing defense and not being penalized for it.
Okay, we got a question from last week. So, and I think you touched on it, but anyways, Johnny Hatch asked. He goes, "Ask Beller about the old barn and how you used to throw down
those are 3 stars,
crumple up a paper and throw it down into the penalty box."
That was picking the 3 stars, and I've mentioned it before. Whether it was with Paul McDonald, who did color with me for a while, John Pelon, Dom Papa, and the thing is, a lot of Bill and I've. Freak, don't get me going, man, because I get really pissed off. When you go to a building, and I won't mention any building, you're on the road, and it's a 4-3 game. Say their team wins 4-3 in overtime, and it's a close game. A 4-3 kind of tells you, I'm not smart. 4-3 tells me it's a pretty close game, right? Close game, the 3-star selection from the whatever team. Let's say it was, I don't know, Guelph. The Guelph Storm, the 3rd star. The 2nd star from the Guelph, and the 1st star from Guelph. If it was 6-2, I have no problem with all 3 stars being from. You got blown up.
Yeah.
Who'd you like in your team? Nobody. We were awful. We lost 6. And it's 4-3. You can't find 1 on the other team.
Yeah.
And I used to try to pick what I thought were the 3 best players on the ice. That impacted the game. And they Beller, we need the Stars. And I was like, there's 3 minutes left, and it's a 3-2 game. And I would also, I don't take credit for picking the Stars, but I would ask Mac, we'd have a commercial break. Now we have 12 seconds. They have 12 seconds to have this huge discussion. Who do you like? No, I don't like him. You do so. Well, he's got 2 assists. I don't care. He gave the puck. What do you? And we're back here again at the Windsor, and we're back. So you don't have much time, but we did try to get it right. A lot of people may not agree.
That's good.
So I used to pick them, and I maybe had the final say. Write them down on a piece of paper. We need them now because they would announce down in the penalty box, and now the 3 Stars. And we crumple up a piece of paper, throw it down. No, disregard that one. We got another one. Throw this one down. Yeah. So actually, that was it. The days now, there's no.
Oh, it's all communication.
Oh, it'll be all computer, whatever. And they tell Beller Buzz on.
Do they text you back? Go, no, Beller, not that guy.
No, I don't pick them anymore. I guess maybe that tells you something I don't know. But no, I don't. But so last night, trying to do the game in Flint, and they were announcing the Stars, and it's so much easier when you have a guy like at home, Manny Pava, who does a great job. I'll say, Manny, can you grab the Stars and stuff? I take a look at the shot clock, I get the final shots, and do a couple of things. And then I come back, and okay, we're back at a commercial. You're on. Okay, in the opening period. So I'm recapping the scoring, going through that, and they're announcing the and not that I can't do 2 things at once. Hang on.
Hey, that's good. Good time for a break.
Yeah, good time for a break since you've got a huge pumpkin spice wet spot over here, man.
Hey, speaking of pumpkin spice,
Oh.
let's hit. We got a Steve the Connoisseur. It's going to give our number 3, episode 3. It's going to give us his rating on this beer, which we thought, oh boy, it's going to be a low score.
I'm going with 8-0, 8 on the nose.
Holy man.
And I was really prepared. Not because of Frank, not because of the brewery, not because of the beer. I was really prepared to be more like maybe a 5 or a 6 or something because I'm not a big pumpkin guy. Mine's pretty well beat here.
He's way ahead of me.
Way ahead of schools.
Very tasty. It is. You know what, Brad? Good job down at Frank's. Hey, excellent.
Really, and I'm pretty surprised because I was prepared not to really like it or enjoy it, and because you know what, it's kind of a hint of pumpkin, but it's not like what's in pumpkin?
Hey,
nutmeg? Is it nutmeg?
I actually burped under my breath a few times.
Oh,
I could taste the pumpkin coming up.
Schools, I got news for you. It wasn't under your breath.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. I just call Ratchet here, and Ratchet says I think it's nutmeg. I don't know. There's something in pumpkin, nutmeg maybe, right? I don't know.
I had no idea, man.
But I was expecting it to be kind of overpowering, like,
Yeah.
here's a pumpkin, like, oh man, jack-o'-lantern.
Squish it up,
Jack-o'-lantern.
stomp on
in
it a few
can.
times, and send it through.
No, it's just nice.
Actually,
a hint of
it's pretty
pumpkin.
tasty.
If you like the pumpkin coffees,
He's giving it 8.0.
8.0.
So he hasn't gone under 8 for all of Frank's beer so far. 3 episodes, hasn't gone under 8. So actually, I guess they're doing a pretty good job there. But no, it is good. So next week we'll have a different beer and we'll see how it goes. But that was it was a good taste. So we'll get that up there for next week. Beller will be back next week.
well, if they let me.
He'll be back next week for sure, man. And
Keep in mind-
we'll pick a day. We're not sure, but don't forget, comment, and you're
Like
going to
a
go
lot.
through the whole
Like a
day.
lot.
We're going to be up all day until morning.
$25.
$25 gift certificate to Johnny Shots. Even if you don't win, go on down, visit Rosalie. Tonight, if you're hungry, I'm telling you, the rib chicken special
Sauce.
is
And the sauce.
is absolutely excellent. And look, I go there a lot, so I know exactly the food.
Yeah.
The burgers are good, the wings are good, but this
Being a tough guy,
chicken,
can I
chicken
go
and
for a
rib is
salad?
fantastic.
I might go salad.
There you go. You got to toss your salad. Anyways, thanks for joining in. I appreciate Beller, always as usual.
Any
Can't wait to
questions?
see you
Next
week.
show, folks will answer any of your questions for sure, man.
There you go. All right, we'll talk to you later. Have a good day, everybody. Hey, stay tuned for Leaf Talk at the 519 with Johnny Sally. He's coming up next, probably in 10 minutes.
Big game, Leafs in Tampa Bay.
Oh boy.